welcome to a new reaction video. My name is Larissa and today I'm going to react to a new episode from Third Watch. It was again a Patreon request, and before I start I want to tell you that if you want to request your own episode or movie or anything else, you can check out my Patreon. There's different tiers there which make it possible to request your own thing, and you can also see all of my reactions uncut on there, and you can get early access to episodes. So there's a lot of benefits. Check that out if you're interested. The link is in the description. And yeah, I'm going to react to not the follow-up episode from the previous one I did, because I did the first 4, and then this patron asked if I wanted to do another Third Watch reaction. I feel like the show is pretty like standalone. Like, of course there's like a follow-up storyline. I just watched it previously on, and there's a few things I haven't seen now, of course, but I feel like in this show it's not that important to like see everything, because once you're watching the episode it's all just like yeah, one case after another. So I don't know exactly what's so special about episode 16, but I think it was recommended to me because it's a good or a fun episode. So yeah, I'm gonna find out now. So yeah, let's check it out.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Don't go anywhere, okay? Daddy's gonna get out of the shower now. You stay right there.
Okay, so he's
Mommy?
looking after the children now.
Joey?
You're not my mom.
Hey!
The waffles are in the freezer.
Brooke, this is Joey. Why don't you meet my friend Brooke?
Hi.
Yeah, I saw in the preview that he asked the ex-wife to like have the children over because he wanted to like have them hang out with his new girlfriend, I think.
You need a hand? Huh? No, man. I'm fine, thanks. Cold, huh? Yeah, when you get ice, that usually means it's cold outside. What kind of scrape are you using?
What's up with this guy?
Plastic. We're not set, okay? Whoa, 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 whoa. You're making a big mistake here.
Threatening a cop?
Right. I'm gonna grab my wallet, right? Drop
Ah, slay.
hands up. Grab the car. You know what? Give me your wallet. Are you robbing us? Yeah, don't look at me. It's no fun being on this side of it, is it? Take off your clothes.
What is he gonna do? Just leave them in the cold?
Everything in the bag. I look back and see you looking at me, I'll come back here and I swear to God I'll shoot you.
Okay, this is pretty slay of him. I normally don't really like him, but yeah. I guess they really didn't know they were messing with a cop.
Come on. You won. I've been there, lost $200 in the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Oh my God.
First we'll take your complaint and then we'll give you some love.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that that is not so smart when you're a policeman.
Did you forget to untie Nicole this morning?
Honestly, I at first thought he was just gonna arrest them.
You slept with the captain's daughter. Oh, whoops. You already did that.
She's getting more funny.
I knew you'd freak out.
You robbed somebody?
Those 2 guys tried to rob me.
That is armed robbery.
Thought you checked the stalls.
Didn't know you were going to confess to armed robbery.
Don't keep saying it. No, but like if he would have just been like taking a gun and be like, you're under arrest. Even he was off duty. I mean, it was people who tried to rob him. I think that would have been even more of a power move. Like, they had no idea they were robbing a police guy. So, but yeah, I mean, it's Bosco, so what did you expect?
How many times do I have to come down here and patch you up? What are you, my mother? You got some kind of problem with me? No. By all means, get shot as much as you like.
How things going with Treva?
Trevor.
What kind of name is that?
Oh, he has a new girlfriend?
Worse than Kim? Just Kim. Doesn't mean anything.
How long has he been like this?
I don't know. I haven't checked on him lately. Ken Chase.
I am Kenna.
Chase? What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Okay, easy.
Ah.
How could you let him lie in his own feces like this?
I don't take care of him. I'm just the neighbor.
Oh yeah, at first I thought it was maybe the wife, but
Who's taking care of him?
then it's really not her problem.
I swear to God, Faith. I swear I'll change. I'll get help.
Therapy. Licensed, able to prescribe medication type therapy.
What, like lying on some couch talking about how my mother didn't potty train me right? Fine. Okay, fine. Oh my God. Tell me that wasn't a sketch artist.
Oh. Oh, imagine if he just makes a sketch of Bosco and that comes out and oh.
Please, you gotta help him.
I want to die, man. All right. Okay, hey.
You gotta back up. You gotta let us get him on this, okay? Get back!
I'm gonna go die! He ain't gonna die!
Seriously, what is wrong with some people? Why do they constantly get shot at? Like, they're there to help. I can't believe that people can't see that.
You gotta let us help you, okay?
I remember that, I think around 2012, or no, maybe a bit later, that was like a whole thing here. That there was so much violence against like police officers and paramedics and firefighters, that there were new rules made for that, and then that would get really high sentences if you did that. If I see all of this, it's really good that that happened. At least here, I don't know anything about America, but...
That's your name, puppet? Listen, Nathaniel, you squeeze my hand?
Imagine pulling a gun at them and being like, if he dies, I'll find you. Like, you really don't think they're doing everything they can?
I'm sorry about my brother, but he was the one with the gun.
That's some kind of balls. I got that from you.
Let us have it.
I'm gonna be right over here watching.
Oh, I never did. Her? Tell Cap that I had to take emergency medical. Impacted tooth, the dentist.
You can't just take off.
Wisdom tooth, tell him wisdom tooth, okay?
What's going on with him?
Yeah, fine.
What?
Joey's in some kind of trouble.
Trying to rob me, for God's sakes.
Oh, yeah, but somehow they ended up with no clothes and no money.
Done. Except the word of two scales called plausible.
All you gotta do is keep a low profile and stop yourself from running off at the mouth. That ought to be easy.
This guy, I can't believe him. But I have to say, it is a funny storyline though. I'm interested.
Witnesses said one of them pulled a gun on you. It was nothing.
You're kidding me.
He was scared. He wasn't gonna shoot anybody.
Don't get to pull guns on medics no matter how scared they are.
It's no big deal.
I mean, still, even though if it wasn't a big deal to him, he might do it again, you know? So, I think it needs to be looked at least.
Joey pushed two boys off the jungle gym. Little Kyle here and another boy who was taken to the hospital with a broken arm.
What?
Okay. Is he angry about his daddy's new girlfriend?
I hope I'm not being too forward. A friend of mine is a really good child psychologist.
I don't think it's...
I know how hard it is to be a working parent.
I always feel like that's kind of crossing a line, telling another parent to send their child to, like, a therapist, but at the same time, they mean well, and maybe it is necessary, so...
Lots of times he's the only one still here after 5.
Well, it's hard to find someone to stay with him until my mom gets off from work.
Joey hurts another child. I'm afraid he won't be able to stay at St. Edward's.
We can do something for that kid besides getting him arrested. Bring him to see his brother.
Going over to his house.
He sees his brother up there. Stuff full of shoes.
I don't know about him. I like him, but sometimes he has weird things. Didn't your best friend get shot in a situation like this?
Sick of people like you. I pulled myself up, so screw anyone else who can.
These kids are sociopathic, okay? They don't need bleeding heart liberalism.
Anyone ever give you the benefit of the doubt when you were a kid?
What difference does that make? I never held a gun to anyone's
Yeah,
head.
that is quite a heavy thing. Like, I get what he's saying.
They're all criminals, but you know what? They're just kids.
Also true, but pulling a gun is quite a heavy thing.
Coming and give that kid a second chance to point a pistol at my head? No thanks.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't either. He means well, but nah.
Oh my God.
Wanted for armed robbery. Suspect is 5'10". Bosco, you got nothing to worry about.
I'm driving a 70s Mustang.
Oh, they forgot and stupid.
It's nothing like me. It's not my nose.
Maybe you shouldn't be discussing this in front of everyone, you know?
And then what?
I have no idea.
Threaten them again?
Any Ryder home? Are you his mother?
Yeah, is he okay?
You know your son Nathaniel was shot today?
Yeah. Why are you looking for Kenny?
He was there when Nathaniel was shot. I'll find him first, take him to the hospital so he can see Nathaniel. You know, maybe if he sees him like that, it'd make a difference.
You know how hard I've worked to keep those boys out of gangs? I'm not some crack addict who doesn't care about her kids. You should have let him die. The only thing that maybe make a difference with Kenny.
But those are both your children. Damn, okay. Then you know the situation is fucked.
Can I come say hi to his brother?
Give me a break, Jimmy. I owe 15 grand. How?
Oh yeah, I saw in the preview that he owed someone money indeed, but I don't know the full story behind that.
A couple thousand, eh? I don't have a couple thousand. Cleaned out my bank account 6 months ago. You remember that?
No, hey, it's cool. I'm fine. Talk to you later, okay?
What happened? Anybody know what happened?
I heard some shots, saw some kids running, and this one fell.
You see who was shooting?
Yeah, saw 2 gang kids. One of them was holding a gun.
Look, why don't you...
If it's the same guy, I swear.
Mommy, is Daddy gonna get married to someone else?
I knew that had something to do with it.
The lady at Daddy's today.
So you think Bosco's gonna get caught?
One cop screws up, it just makes life miserable for the rest of us.
He should have just arrested those guys. I can't believe he's robbing. It's ridiculous.
Of course you
Yeah,
can.
that.
Somebody tried to rob you, you'd invite him home for dinner. Ask him. We picked up a kid a little while ago. I think it might have been the one that held a gun on you earlier.
Kenny?
This is great. Officer Yokas, tell the grand jury what you did after you found out your partner committed armed robbery. First, I assisted him in getting rid of the evidence.
Honestly though, this is such a fucked up situation.
Bonnie and Clyde, I can definitely see why you had to pull a gun on those 2. I'm hungry.
You have to help me.
Food!
You have to help.
Me.
I set this account up for my son for college. My wife and I, we put the money in.
I understand that. Don't need your son's signature. You need your wife's.
Obviously.
We're not married anymore, so...
There's nothing I can do.
I need this money.
I can call Ms. Zambrano, see if she can come down.
No, that's okay. I'll talk to her
You
about
really
all-
gotta steal your son's money for this. Did she really expect you to just get it? I always wonder where they get all these people from.
Do you recognize someone?
I'm not sure.
I think it's more that like they have the suspect and then people who kind of look like them, and then to see if it's actually the right person.
I'm sorry, I don't recognize anyone. I'm sure. Am I done?
You can go.
He wasn't there?
He was there.
So what happened?
Couldn't do it. You happy? I just let this kid walk. I'm not gonna hold his hand on top of it. We're done.
I'm glad he's at least standing up a bit to Doc, because I get the things he's saying, but sometimes they go a little far.
Push the kid off the jungle gym.
Why do I feel like you're saying this is my fault?
Well, where?
Take him home tonight and deal with it.
How? By taking him out for pizza and ice cream?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I get him 10 hours a week. 10. So if you want to start talking about who's the crappy parent around here, Kim?
Oh yeah, I forgot, but they only have 1 child. I think the other woman who's working with Bosco is the one who has 2 children.
Your friend there had me pull out his chest tube. He's signing out AMA.
Hey, Nathaniel, what's up, man?
Okay.
Got business. Things to do.
Let me guys back with your boys.
What are you, my bitch, man?
Bitch.
Doc.
Dude just saved your life, but okay.
We're just trying to help you.
I didn't ask for your help.
Well, what
You sure as hell did when you were in that fucking ambulance.
brother out there, 11 years old, about to follow your sorry ass down the same path you're choosing. Is that what you want?
No, I want you to get out of my way.
Hey, you got a chance to get out. Have a life. Look, get him out of all
And
of this.
do what? Let me tell you what I'm gonna do for my little brother, man. I'm gonna teach him how to survive out there.
5 hours ago, you were scared to death.
Yeah.
Crying. Then you
No, man, no. Why do you keep even calling me that? My name's Puppet to you. Now get out of my way.
I guess until they're scared for their life, they have no respect for anyone. It's just sad indeed that he's leading his little brother down to this path too. Because when we saw the mother, she just looked like a decent person who was just like raising another kid. Didn't feel like she was raising them wrong or anything, so he's really just following the brother.
Well, obviously I'm screwing up somewhere.
Kim, I look at my kids every day. I wonder if I'm raising a couple of serial killers. Lots worse things you could do besides raise this kid alone.
Gab. Never stops, does it?
Bosco, your problems aren't the only problems.
Got 3 down. Okay. Doc, come.
I swear, if the fucking kid keeps shooting people... Yeah, that's the kid, right?
Where's Kenny?
Oh.
Doc!
I know they're paramedics and all, and this is their job, but I would not want to help him anymore after he just said all of that shit.
He's not breathing.
Come on, Doc, he's dead. He's dead.
Your brother, he's dead over here. You happy?
Shit, man. Now I get why the mother said that. Like, you should have just let him die. That was the only chance for Kenny to, like, better himself. I honestly think she was right.
He died like a man.
Oh, is that what you think?
Boy is 11! That's not how someone is supposed to die. Oh my god, this fucking guy.
What the hell are you doing?
Died like a man. Half his head is gone. Died a man. Died a little boy. He's 11 years old and now he's dead.
Honestly, tell him.
Maybe you should help him. He's still bleeding. Okay, if his ass bleeds to death, he's not getting in my ring.
I didn't think he would actually do that, but yeah, I just said it, like, I would not help him anymore.
They're watching porno on the TVs. You could join them.
Holy, advance again, 125.
The way they just kept stealing and robbing people while the police was literally following them.
They're gonna see you as soon as you
Yeah.
Now, if you take him back to the house yourself, tell him I got lost.
No, that wouldn't be the first time.
Oh no, are they following him while he's there with his kid?
Why are we stopping, Daddy?
I don't have anything. All right, just gotta give me a day or two. You're a loser.
Oh no, are they gonna like beat him up or something and then the kid is gonna see it all?
You don't pay, you get another beating.
Come on, guys, my kid's here.
Take a walk down to that alley over there.
The kid is alone in the car.
You guys follow us there, and then look, I'll go anywhere you want me to go. All right? Come on, please, don't do this in front of my son.
Nice car. SS, right?
Yeah.
We have to walk?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's far.
We'll be all right. We're good boys, right?
that's messed up. Like, I don't really care about him, he got himself into this, but it's sad for the kid, he doesn't know what's going on.
You get to decide who's worthy. We're supposed to just do our jobs, to not get too involved.
I agree with him a lot more than with Doc, to be honest. Like, I get where Doc is coming from a lot of the time, but...
Mr. Do-Gooder, it makes you feel better. It's not altruistic, it's selfish. Instead of helping people, you actually hurt them.
What are you doing here? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Are you all right?
Joy, why don't you go get ready for bed, all right? I'll be in there in a minute to say goodnight. My bookie took my car.
What do you mean he took your car?
I was driving and threatened me and took my car.
In front of Joey? You wonder why he's pushing kids at school. And you had the nerve to lay that crap on me?
You're right. I am screwing up. They took my wallet. They took my watch. They asked me to empty out my pockets. Joey was sitting there watching this whole thing. I'm gonna start being a good father to him, Kim. I swear. I'm gonna go say goodnight to my son.
I get why she wouldn't trust him anymore with him, but yeah.
You want to talk about it?
Maybe Carlos was right. Lost sight of what I'm supposed to.
Yeah, I also feel like I haven't seen her yet, but I also saw in a preview that he got together with her, so...
Little boy got killed because of it. Well, what's the point of even trying? All I'm doing is hurting people.
Hey, but then there's going to be that one kid that you do help.
I don't know why I'm doing this anymore.
I know she's trying to help him and all, but I think it's also good that he's realizing that he made a mistake today, because he did. Okay, so it was indeed a pretty interesting episode. I did think the whole storyline with Bosco would get like a bit bigger, that in the end they would recognize him or something. I don't know if maybe the storyline is going to continue in any of the follow-up episodes, but it felt like a pretty big thing, so yeah, in the end it just kind of like the other storylines kind of took over, I think. In the end they did arrest them, of course, but I feel like they would recognize Bosco at some point. I think that was the whole point of the storyline, but that didn't really happen. So I don't know if that's still going to happen or if it's just finished now. But it was funny to see. I mean, in the beginning I was like, it is kind of funny. Because like, these are assholes. They're like, they could have robbed an innocent person who didn't have anything to defend themselves or whatever. And then it would have like worked out. And then I already didn't like them, but Bosco, he has a gun, he's a police officer, so he knows how to defend himself. So that was already pretty, like, funny to me. Like, okay, he can defend himself, they didn't expect anything like this at all. But I thought, okay, power move, now you can just arrest him and be like, yeah, you messed with the wrong person because I'm a cop. Instead of that, he did it in his Bosco way, which was very typical again. And at the point it was happening, I was like, yeah, I mean, it is pretty funny, and I kind of get why he did it, but he also should know better. He is a police officer. You can't just go around robbing people, even though they robbed you, you know. But yeah, it made for an interesting storyline. I think the whole storyline with the fire... I keep forgetting his name. I think he's a firefighter, right? And with the kid, Joey. and his ex-wife's Kim. Yeah, that was also something. It was so wild to me that in the end, he brought him home and then he was like, yeah, I screwed up because some guys tried to beat me up in front of her son and this happened and I'm really screwing up, but I'm gonna do better, so you should just accept it. And I was like, if she would have told him right now, I don't want you to see him for a while, I would have been like, yeah, fair. But he was just like, I'm gonna say goodbye to my son now and then I'm gonna leave. And I'm like, dude, do you even feel sorry for what's going on? Just admitting it and then just moving on like nothing happened is not gonna fix anything. But yeah, that was a bit weird to me. I hope they get back to that at some point. And then of course there was the storyline with the paramedics, Doc and... Is his name Carlos? I think it's Carlos. I think I expressed most of my thoughts about that during the episode. It was such a weird situation to me. Like, this kid is pulling a gun at you. I mean, I don't care if he's 6 years old or 11 years old or 40 years old. Someone's pulling a gun at you. And the thing is, yes, he's a kid. But he's also a kid, so he won't get punished that hard. He'll just, like, probably have to do therapy and maybe go to juvie for a while. I mean, of course, that's fucked, but... he needs to learn from what he did. If you just go around trying to find him before the cops do and be like, oh yeah, don't do that anymore, that's not gonna do anything. So I don't really know what he was trying to do here. I know he was trying to protect him and all, but yeah, from what I was seeing, it didn't really help. But yeah. And yeah, I really agree with Carlos here, because up to now, I feel like every episode had some kind of storyline like this. Something happens and Doc and Carlos don't agree. And Doc is always trying to help people and do stuff that's really actually not very necessary. And Carlos is like, we just have to do our jobs. And mostly I get them from both sides. But I'm always a bit more like tempted to, stand behind Carlos. And I especially had that in this episode. This guy pulled a gun at you. You have to he has to deal with the consequences. Even though it's his brother who he's just looking up to and he's the reason why he's like that. This kid needs to better himself, and that's not gonna happen if you're just gonna be like, oh, don't do that anymore, and then just let him go on. So yeah, I think that was all. It was a fun episode. I liked it. Was enjoyed again. So yeah, if you like my reaction, then please leave a like, subscribe, and if you want to request your own thing, check out my Patreon. And then that was it. Bye.